Hello, 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 and welcome to AI Without the BS. In today's edition, AI anxiety and why it's spiking all of our blood pressure. So let me give you a little bit of background. My name is Brett. I have spent the last 18 months talking with over 1,400 CEOs and business leaders. And we've talked about some very important things. Most importantly, not AI innovation, but AI adoption. And that's why today's topic about AI anxiety is so important right now. You see, in the last, I'd say, 90 days, we've seen some huge tectonic shifts in a lot of these LLM models and a lot of these AI systems. ChatGPT came out with ChatGPT 5 or 5.1. Then they came out with Sora that allowed you to do some incredible things with images and video. And we're all starting to say ChatGPT is the new it girl of the week. Then all of a sudden, Gemini comes out from Google and Gemini 3, and it is smarter and it is much more logical and it is much more thoughtful. Then we see Veo 3.5, which is their video generation engine, and it's pretty darn good. And then we see Nano Bananas, and we're going bananas for Nano Bananas because it's doing an incredible job of creating AI images to where we're having a hard time telling the difference between what's real and what is not. So we get into this anxiety because 90 days ago, we thought if we're not on ChatGPT, we are behind. ChatGPT is connecting to all of these different systems and making it the center of the universe. ChatGPT has a rational engine that is building and getting more knowledgeable and automatically determines which systems or which models it wants to pull from based on what you're asking it to do. And then Gemini comes along from Google and it really changes things. We're seeing these tectonic shifts happen all of the time. And it's making us wonder, the tool that we choose or the model we choose, are we currently with the person that is soon to be our ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend? It's really getting kind of out there. And then the next thing you see is you learn of 50 different podcasts. You see hundreds of hours of video. You see all kinds of articles about how cool this new thing is. But friends, we've been here before. We've been through transformation. This is just happening faster. The tectonic shifts are happening just about every 90 days. But here's the good news for you. You don't need to get worried about the new model because in the next 45 to 90 days, another one is going to come. And then another one is going to come. And another one is going to come. But we're nowhere near getting to the 4-minute mile of AI. We are nowhere near getting to the world's fastest car. We are making big strides and seeing big advancements, but it doesn't mean that you have to go and chase those shiny objects. My job is to help you figure out the best ways to adopt AI, not get lost in the weeds and all the craziness of AI innovation. So I got a couple of pointers for you that I think could be very helpful and things that I guide my clients on as we're going through this process. My same guidance holds true. If you're a Microsoft shop, unless you have a unique business case, Copilot is your best friend. It's integrated into everything Microsoft. It's baked in so nicely, and it makes the user experience touchable, approachable, within reach. If you're on Google Workspace, use Gemini. It is very easy to use it within your existing systems, within your email, within your Word doc, or your Google documents, your Google Sheets. It's all right there in the systems that you're using today. And then for your personal use, for your projects that are fun and not necessarily mission critical, and to do a lot of experimentation, use ChatGPT, use Claude, use Anthropic, use some of the others. But if you're using Google, use Gemini. If you're using Microsoft, use Copilot. That won't get you to the front line of innovation, but it will get you to the front line of AI adoption, which is where the real innovation combined with people will make the magic happen. So pick that lane and stick with it and realize you might feel like you're behind the ball, but it's only going to be for 90 days. It's only going to be for maybe 45 days. This stuff is moving very, very quickly. Don't feel like you're trying to beat the 4-minute mile. We're still at the 8-minute mile right now of a marathon or of a race. So this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. We're nowhere near that 4-minute mile. So we get to slow down and focus on the adoption of things versus the innovation of things. And so when you're starting to measure, and one of the things that I talk about, and if you've read my book, AI Without the BS, the CEO's Playbook for actually getting AI right, you know that one of my biggest business metrics is the return on AI. And you get to that return on AI from a couple of different ways. But the most important thing is getting people comfortable with and adopting generative AI. Doing that will allow your company to innovate, not because of AI, but because of the people who are using AI. And I hope that makes sense. Does it? Let me know in the chat if you agree, or let me know in the comments if you agree. Does that make sense? Or is it a little something that's kind of far out there? So some of my practical guidance here: pick that one primary model to use, and then use others for projects, for pilots, for practicing, for trying things out, or for using it with your personal experience. Now, if you're a software developer, Claude definitely has some incredible capabilities, and there's a lot of unique cases where you want to use other models. But for the most of us, for the CEOs, for the business leaders, it's not about AI adoption to drive innovation. Or sorry, it is about AI adoption to drive innovation. It's not about AI innovation for the sake of innovation. Adopting is your superpower. It is your strength. So I'm calling BS on the fact that you need to feel like you've got anxiety about using the right model or the wrong model. If you're using a model and your company is deploying it and everybody is feeling like they're getting more out of their existing model, then the innovation is in how people use it, not in the tool that you choose to use. So stop chasing that next ex-girlfriend. Build that long-term relationship with something that works, and flirt responsibly with the rest. That's about it for today. If you've got any questions, if you got any ideas you want to share, or you want to pick my brain about things that you're seeing out there as you're going through adoption, reach out to me. You know, the best way is to find me on LinkedIn, and you've got my information in the comments, but also just feel free to send me a note to Brett@AIFirstLeadership.com. Again, that's Brett@AIFirstLeadership.com. Thank you, and have a very AI-erific day.